Good morning, everyone. Happy Memorial Day to you. Now, I say happy Memorial Day because we know it's a holiday and we are honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice, those individuals who laid down their lives so that we could enjoy the freedoms that we do. So, in your time today, regardless of what it is that you're going to be doing, whether you're just working, if you're going to have some type of celebration, just take a moment and remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice, who laid down their lives for us to enjoy this beautiful day in this country, the United States of America. So, what we're going to do this morning, I know you're thinking, like, Neil, it's Memorial Day, it's 8:15 in the morning. Are we really going to do our training? Yes, we are. And the reason being is because we know not to an extreme, right? We're not going to be crazy, but there are times when we have to continue to do what is necessary. We have to continue to plant those seeds, whether it is the seed of education and information, or it might just be the seed of discipline and consistency, so that in a couple of weeks and months, we can experience that robust harvest that we are all looking for. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump in. We're going to look at a couple of things this morning. The first one is going to be the client cycle. How do we work with our clients? How do we take a client through this client cycle so that we can get as much as we can from them and they can get as much as they can from us as real estate professionals? And then we're going to go back to the basics, the fundamentals. Neil, really, you just gave us this information all about client dialogues. Today, after we look at the client cycle, we're going to break it down to the fundamental dialogues that we need to be ready to have, especially as we're getting ready to go into the summer. Do you know how to ask your clientele, your database, if you are their realtor of choice? Do you know what to say, how to say, some small things? And so more importantly than the time that we're going to have here, like I said, we're going to do an abbreviated training. It's not the amount of time that we put in. It's the fact that we actually showed up, that we have committed to having the discipline. And then after this, we'll make sure that you all have the links to the information so you can have the training, right? Because that's what I want you to do. I want you to have all of these pamphlets or these booklets that we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to share my screen with us this morning. And the first thing I want telling us what we should expect to see when we have, the process we should expect to use when we have a client. Let me pull it up for you. And this is from Brian Buffini, and this is for the referral system, right? So if you're going to work by referral, which is ultimately our goal, number one, the most important thing that I can tell each and every one of you, if you're a real estate professional, you must add people to your database. Add people to your database. Every day, our goal should be to meet someone new, right? We have to meet more people, because here's what I know, and maybe you know it, you just forgot it. If you don't add more people, your business dries up. If you don't have more leads, more business opportunities, our business dries up. So always try to meet new people. Maybe at the beginning of the week, you do your Sunday planning and you're thinking, what am I going to accomplish this week? One of those questions might need to be, where or how will I meet new people? Where will I meet new people? What opportunities will I have to expand my database? Now we're going to build relationships. After we meet people, we meet a lot of people that we don't have any relationships with. What are you doing to build relationships with them? Are you remembering their birthdays on Facebook, Instagram? Are you sending them some little things? Are you spending time with them, checking in? Hey, I saw this and I thought about you. Did you do a follow-up after you met them initially? We're going to give excellent service and provide value. Excellent service itself is a value in today's time. And this is where I want to ask you, maybe today on Memorial Day 2022, is today a time that you can just stop, pause for a moment, that you can look back and say, am I giving excellent service? How good is your service? Do people rave about the treatment that they get from you? Or is it good enough? That's why we want to make sure that we've added people, we've built relationships, and then we're giving excellent service. And that in itself is going to add value. Now, the way you add value might be totally different from person to person or from relationship to relationship. The important thing is that you have a plan. I know that one of my greatest ways to add value is through my knowledge and information. My clientele are just they gravitate to me because of the information that I share with them. So I would ask you, how do you anticipate adding value? Another way I add value is typically I'm giving out some type of book to the business leaders and thinkers who are in my database, right? So whatever it is, it could be something large, it could be something small. Give service, add value. And then here's something I know what it says. It says ask for referrals. Your contact doesn't know that you're looking for leads unless you ask. So I know it says ask. I believe in earn. So Jim Rohn says it's okay to ask, just don't ask first. So we can't come up here and add people to our database and then immediately ask for referrals. However, if we've built relationships, if we've given excellent service, then we should reasonably expect them to be pleased enough to allow us to ask or earn their referral by what we've done so far. Then we're going to receive the referral, acknowledge and appreciate the referrer, and then turn the new lead into an advocate. And we're just going to run that all the way through. So once we meet somebody, we build a relationship with them, we give excellent service and add value to them. At that point, we're in a position where we've earned the right to ask for a referral. We're going to get the referral. We're going to say thank you, show appreciation to those that gave, and we're going to run that new referral through the entire system. And it's going to go over and over and over. So I want you all to think about this. That's how some of us are either watching this video now or you're here, simply because I've given and asked and built relationships and gave great service, asked for referrals, received the referrals, told Marcus, thank you. And now we're just working this entire system over and over and over. And it doesn't matter if we're talking only specifically for real estate or something else. Maybe it's just improving the quality of the relationships that you have in your life. And this system right here, this client cycle, is one that we want to remember. So I'll be sharing this client cycle worksheet with you all just as a reminder so you can see it and have it fresh on your minds consistently. Now, the next thing that we want to look at when we go from the client cycle is working with or working the fundamentals. We're getting straight into, I told you, I'm not going to keep you long today. We're going to look at the fundamentals, the basics. Neil, do we have to? Absolutely. So there are really three things that you want to do as a foundational base. Educate the client how the industry works. Tell them how you work and tell them why how you work is better. Here's what everyone else is doing. Here's what I'm doing. Here's why you should operate the way that I operate. Educate the clients how the industry works. Most people spend the majority of their time and resources prospecting for new business, things like cold calling, door knocking, advertising, direct mail, and etc. I devote myself to serving the needs of my clients before, during, and after each transaction, right? And much of this is going to be in a dialogue, in a conversation, or if you want, this could be one video script where, just like right here, you want to say, hi, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have a quick moment of your time. I just wanted to share with you how the industry works, how I work, and what the benefits are. Most people spend the majority of their time. Do you see how we could roll this? And this could be a part of your drip campaign. It could be a part of whatever you're doing. But the most important part is for us to internalize these dialogues. So regardless of whether we're meeting someone in person, talking face to face, a Facebook or IG message, maybe we're having a phone call with someone, we want this to be first nature. We want this to be so ingrained in us that it's the equivalent of the response when you're in Macy's and someone says, "Do you need any help?" What's the response? "No, I'm just looking." "Oh, really? You're just looking. Did you bring your wallet with you?" Right? So that's a first response. It's ingrained in us. We want these fundamentals to be the exact same way so we don't have to ask, right? The mayor campaign. This is as if you were running for mayor in your city or town. This is how we're going to add new people to our database. Remember, don't get stuck on this information right here, right now. Practice, practice, practice. Or as Allen Iverson would say, man, we sitting here talking about practice. Practice? Yes, we're talking about practice. Use this dialogue here to add people to your database. Oh, by the way, if you were buying or selling a home or had a family member or friend who was, do you have a real estate agent you would refer them to? If they say yes, I have someone to refer, that's great. It's important that you have a qualified professional to work with you. I ask, so the way I do it, my version is if you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or family member who would I be the realtor that you would refer them to? Now, this is if you're adding someone new. Typically, if I'm speaking to someone, they're already going to have a relationship with me or they've heard of me. But if it's new, you're going to go here and say, yes, great, you have a professional. If no, well, I'd like to be that person. Every month, I send out valuable real estate or customer information that my clients find helpful. Would you like to receive that? We just want to get them in our database. Now, it could be, if we say that, we have to have something to send out to our database. Hopefully, you're using market stats. Hopefully, you're using video or you're using some other peripheral material that might come from Florida Realtors, NAR, maybe your local association. I believe that that's going to be the way that we add value. Remember, meet someone new, build a relationship, give information or add value, right? So that's going to be where we come in and we say, hey, do you have a preferred agent? Do you have an agent that you would refer? Yes, great. Glad you're working with a professional. No, I would like to be that person each month. Remember, benefits. Find out where they are, and then we're going to give them a benefit. What I like to be that person, every month I send out a valuable real estate or customer information that my clients find helpful. Would you like to receive that? We're going to go through this information. We like to get mailing addresses. We like to get email. We like to get phone numbers. Neil, we know this already. I know we do. This is just a reminder. And then you're going to go a little bit further into what's called the mayor campaign. 4 easy ways to ask for a referral. Remember, we only ask for a referral after we've earned the right to ask. If you've done nothing, if you've given no service or lackluster service, we have not earned the right to ask for a referral. If we met them yesterday and we see them today and say, hey, do you know anyone that's looking to buy or sell real estate? I would love to be their realtor of choice. They're going to be like, bro, I don't know you. So make sure before we ask, we've earned the right to ask. Oh, by the way, if you know someone or if you know of someone who would appreciate the level of service I provide, please call me with their name and business number. I'll be happy to follow up and take great care of them, right? So for me, one version. So there are a number of versions here. My version, my go-to version is if you know someone that's looking to buy or sell real estate and take advantage of this market, would you send me their contact information? I'll take it from there. That's as simple as it gets. Would you send me their contact information? I'll take it from there. It's that easy. Just want to let them know that doing business with me, sending referrals, and making them look like rock stars is easy. So here, these are 4 great ways to ask for referrals. And then the next one that I want to add or want to bring to your attention is what's called the big 3. For past clients you've done a transaction with, the majority of us have past clients. The majority of us have past clients that we have fallen out of contact with. We want to reach out to them. Neil, but they've forgotten me. It's okay. Reach out to them. Use this big three and the modified big three dialogues. We're not going to go over all of this in the interest of time and the fact that I am assuming that we are all adults and professionals and we want what's best for our business. So when you receive this handout, when you receive this ebook, Working the Fundamentals, make sure that you go through and that you're looking at all of these dialogues. Find the one that is best for you. This is one for clients that you have not done a transaction with. Clients that you have not done a transaction with, this might be one of the best parts of this entire ebook is going to be agent referrals. So if you know me, you know that much of my business comes from agent referrals, and these are the dialogues that I'm using. I'm using this exact same information. We're not recreating anything. We're using these fundamentals, this foundational base that has helped thousands of others become very successful. So when success leaves clues, we don't go in the opposite direction. We're just following those clues that were left for us. And so then introduction, once we have contact, we're going to come down, follow these dialogues, and then we should have for care, all right? So we have connect, contact, and then care. Just lots of different dialogues for the pop buys. Cheryl, I know this is going to be some big stuff for you because you're doing the pop buys, community, power, or business owner pop buys. If you're going to be doing business owner pop buys like I do, and I have books that I'm giving to my business owners, another way to add value and to build those relationships. These are those dialogues that we're using. So it's not going to be anything new. It's not going to be anything fancy, anything that we haven't heard before. The reminder that what we have to remember is the consistency. The consistency. Take each and every person in your database. Think about that client cycle. Have you gone through built relationships with them or not? Or are you just simply asking for referrals? Have you built a relationship? Have you given exceptional service and then added value? Have you gone in and asked or earned the right to ask for a referral, received the referral, go ahead and thank and show appreciation for the referral, and then turn that referral into an advocate and run them over and over through the cycle? And then ultimately, do you have a proven system? Do you have dialogues that you fall back to? You know, the Navy SEALs say you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your training, right? And so my question would be, what's the level of your training today, right? Do you know what to say if you get a phone call? If you get 5 phone calls, can you go through each and every one of them and know that your foundation is intact, right? So that's what I wanted to share with you all. You all will have this information emailed to you this morning, right? So don't think, oh man, he ran through that. I told you, today's Memorial Day. It's not how much time we spend here. It's the fact that you all actually showed up and that you're committed to excellence, that you're committed to growth, and that you're committed to living a better life by having a better business. So any questions, comments, or concerns about the information that was shared this morning? Courtney, my absolute pleasure. You're going to be getting that information as well. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, here's what's important. Consistency in disciplined action. If we show up, if we do the right thing, if we put the work in, if we plant the seed, even on Memorial Day, the harvest is going to come. The harvest will come. We just have to be consistent. On Thursday, be consistent. On Saturday, be consistent. When you're tired and you don't want to get up, be consistent. Work the system. Trust the process. We're going to look up right now, we're planting. We don't see any green. All we see is dirt, and we see dirty hands. And we're like, it's not worth it. And then you have to get up on Memorial Day and you say, it's not worth it. My friends, my family, they're partying. I'm up. It is 8:30. Yes, it is. We put 20 minutes in, and Lord knows what a difference 20 minutes will make on our ultimate outcome. So any questions, comments, or concerns? Now it's time. Nope. All righty. So here's what we are going to do. Miss Courtney, thank you so much, ma'am. Have a fantastic Memorial Day. If there's anything you need, you can contact us. It will be our pleasure to assist you. Take care. Love you, ma'am. We're going to say goodbye to Miss Courtney. Make a fantastic day of this Memorial Day. All right. And